welcome back. So this is unfair value gap part 3. So the last video we were able to work with 4 hours. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to play you a video and we will start.
Zignaly, all of the profit and none of the work, best alongside the top digital asset managers and fans. If you use my link and that passes at least 100 USDT or more to any profit sharing services, you will be rewarded with $20 worth of non-withdrawable coins that can be used for paying Zignaly success fees. Zignaly, all of the profit and none of the work, best alongside the top digital asset managers and fans. If you use my link and that passes at least 100 USDT or more to any profit sharing services, you will be rewarded with $20 worth of non-withdrawable coins that can be used for paying Zignaly success fees. Zignaly, all of the profit and none of the work, best alongside the top digital asset managers and fans. If you use my link and that passes at least 100 USDT or more to any profit sharing services, you will be rewarded with $20 worth of non-withdrawable coins that can be used for paying Zignaly success fees. Zignaly, all of the profit and none of the work, best alongside the top digital asset managers and fans. If you use my link and that passes at least 100 USDT or more to any profit sharing services, you will be rewarded with $20 worth of non-withdrawable coins that can be used for paying Zignaly success fees. Zignaly, all of the profit and none of the work, best alongside the top digital asset managers and fans. If you use my link and that passes at least 100 USDT or more to any profit sharing services, you will be rewarded with $20 worth of non-withdrawable coins that can be used for paying Zignaly success fees.
Okay, so I am back. Okay. So in the last video we explored the strategy being profitable in 4 hours, but that's not what I want to do. I want to do 1 hour, and so this was profitable in in 4 hours, and it was for both short and long, I think. And so I have found out that this is also profitable in 1 hour. So let me see. So this is B2, which I am not sure. So B2, I am not sure if this is, if you can find this on the video description of the last video. Let me check. 1 second. YouTube Studio. Please bear with me a moment. So part 2. Part 2 did not have B2, and I think that you want to part 1. Yeah, so part 2 I didn't have the link. I'm going to edit this quite fast, and I will add I would add the link to the strategy, which is found, which should be found here, I guess. Was this B stop loss? Okay, nice. So that's it. So now let's see. So I'm going to discard the 4 hours stuff because I don't want 4 hours. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at here. So we have 4 hours. We also have some settings, and some of these settings are okay. So what I want is I want to revert this one about 4 hours, because so this is going to be show that the strategy needs to be used in 1 hour. Okay, and this reverts this commit, and I think we are done. Yeah, so what I have found here is that, let me see, if you use, check 1 second. What I have found is that if you set the minimum gap to 0.80 and this take profit to 65, so I'm going to save this here so that it's taken into account. Let me see. So there's 2 changes. The first change, so this is for short only, but I'm going to change this both of the places. So if the minimum gap is 0.80, okay, and if you use 0.65 as a take profit, I mean 0.65, if you use 65 as a take profit, then you've got quite good results when you short only. And what we need to find out is how to be profitable with long, and I am not sure I want to be profitable with long with 4 hours stuff. You know what I mean? So let's enforce this so that we can test this quite quick, and later on we will save this as new settings. So if you go here, you take what, divergence? What the hell? This is not divergence. On fair value gap, I want to change. Why the hell does it say that this is divergence? J001 fair value gap. So we have C2, and this is unfair. Let's see, let's create a new strategy. Let's use this. Fair value gap B2, yeah, that's the name that I want to use, not something else. So here there's the fair value gap, which works quite well with long positions, but not so well with short positions. I can add this to the chart, and now if I reset everything, look at this. Now I can reset everything here, and I can choose to be short only, and you will see that this is quite nice. It's only 200 trades, but this is quite nice. So this is what I have found out. It's offline. So what I want to explore with you right now is if it's something that makes sense. So it's something that makes sense when this needs to be to go long. So now we are going to focus on long only. Let's see if we can find the right settings here, down here. Okay. So this is long only. Okay. So this one has gone well, and this was 0.81 gap. And this was something else too. This was 120 gap. Okay, so far everything is okay, I guess. And what about this? This is also 0.88 gap. Nice, I guess. And here it's not good enough here, because this might be 0.70 or something, I guess. 0.55. Okay. Now we need to focus on the ones that we lose, which are these ones. Where the hell are you? This is the stop. Okay, here it is. Okay, this is a quite big one. $168. So maybe we need the maximum gap. 160, what, 150% something. So let's take a look once again at what we had before. So this is 165. 165 goes wrong. Okay, let's take a look at the other ones that went well here. So this one was about 120. Okay, and this one was about, so 120 seems to be a nice thing. And what about this one? Okay, 120 goes right. Let us see more stuff. Let's see if there's a pattern or not about the gaps being too high. So this is 1-0 full. Yeah. Well, it seems that the problem is that this green candle is too high, isn't it? This is 216. So let's write this down. So 216 on the gap candle body height is too much. Yeah, I mean 4. What the hell is this then? Okay, take a look here. So what we have here is this one here, isn't it? So this is 155. So 155 also goes wrong. That makes sense. What about this body height? So this body height is 221. So 221 on the cap candle body height is too big. Man, yeah. Okay, so what more do we have around here? Okay, so this is about this cap here, and let's see what we have here. This is 1%. So this is 1% gap. It should not be a problem. 1% gap. But then problem might be the stop loss. Maybe the stop loss needs to be smaller. Think about making the stop loss smaller. That's what it's needed here. What about this one? Look at this gap. This is 130. So 130 goes wrong. 130% goes wrong. And what about the height? Is it the candle height something? 185. That's not too much, I guess. Okay, let's see if we can find more places where this is not going well. What about this? This gap is 124. 124. The body is not so big, isn't it? 139. So 124 goes wrong. Okay, that's nice to know. Let's see what more do we have here. Okay, now we have a problem about not having all the data here. Let's see if I remember. Okay, so here we should be able to measure our gap, which I guess is this one down here, and we get 1%. 1% is not too much, so yeah, this is a loss, but we can reduce the loss by making the stop loss smaller. Let's wait. No, I don't want. I want to know. It's 15th of August, 244. We exit the mode and now we need to go to 244. Okay. This one went well, not sure why, but this went well. Let's see if we can find more stuff. Well, this one doesn't seem too much. I mean, I guess same thing here, 0.82. I don't think too much. I don't think it's too much of a loss. What about this one? Here we also have quite big gap, 1%. We should be able to make this smaller when we lose, otherwise, yeah. No, but this might be a big gap, isn't it? This is about 132. So you wouldn't do this trade because this is 132. In that respect, we will have not done this one because here there is a big gap. Oh yeah, so this needs to be thought a lot. This is also a big gap, so I think that this is more than 154. Yeah, okay, so let's test the hell. Let's test this new stuff and see what we come about with this. So what we're going to do here is we going to add this file. We're going to say that this is B3 settings or something. So this is B3 settings for short only. Okay, so now we're going to implement the maximum gap, because otherwise this aims too much and it cannot be done. So that's what we want to do, to have a maximum gap. So let's do it. So right now we don't have anything to be saved, and we can go back to the code. So what we want to do is to have a maximum percentage here. So this should be around here. Let's see what the hell do we use this. Let's fix this so that we have this extra setting somewhere. No, I am not able to find this. Look at that. It should appear. Okay, here it is. So we have this long and this these two stuff here. Okay, so what we want to do is just to say refill percentage. Yeah, it's depending on the. So what we want to do is to use this and say that this gap percentage is within range. Okay, is within range. Then we want to fix this. So we want this to be something like this. So this is the gap percentage, needs to be under maximum. Which is a new variable, and the same thing happens down here. What you want here is to have this here and use the maximum variable, and so it's the maximum gap percentage. Okay, so now we should be able to have these new settings up here. Okay, so the short gaps might be, I don't know, 10%, which is quite big stuff. We will figure out later if it's worth to put something here. And what we have seen that was a nice value for the maximum one is 122, let's say. So this should be 122 for the long. 122. So this should be maximum, and this should be maximum. So this needs to be spelled maximum and maximum. And if I'm not mistaken, we should order this properly, otherwise this is going to be quite messy. So what you want to do is to have long and long by side. So you want this, although it's not very good. Okay, that's it. So we have a new maximum for long, a new maximum for short, and then we use this new variable within range so that we can also, wait a minute, this is not right, we have managed to do this wrong. So this is within range, okay, and this should be like this, otherwise we are not doing this wrong, right? Okay, so now Okay, so I was saying we have this new variable. We make sure that the gap percentage is between the minimum and the maximum. We do the same thing down here, and we make sure that this is between the minimum and the maximum. And we use the new variable, which is gap percentage is within range. Okay, so we can save this as a new thing. Let's try and see what we have here. Okay, so have we done something useful here? Not sure about that. Okay, so let's reset settings here. So do we have a short only? Is it the short only going to work as before? That means properly. Yeah, that's right. It might even work slightly better, but I'm not right. I am not sure. Okay, so this is it. I mean, what about that in the strict mode? Does it help anyhow? Okay, does not help. So now we are going to check these trades, and I think what we're going to do is to look at that. We are going to check the trades that are wrong. And probably what we want to do is to reduce stop loss. Okay. So this was the case where the body candle was too big. That's right. But I'm not sure this happens always. Let's see. 170. I'm not sure this is the right way of knowing if this is going to work or not. And this is one where it doesn't. This one 2%. Oh my god. Doesn't seem like 2% there. So this one should be this one. 1%. Okay, so my thoughts is that what we want to do here with long only is that we want to not only we want to have a maximum gap percentage, maybe we want to filter by the body, but we will see it later, but we also want to modify the stop loss so that it's smaller, because most of the times when it goes right it doesn't go down so much. So I think we can manage to win more when we win, and when we lose less, you know what I mean. And I'm not sure if we can do 1-to-1, because usually you want some space for the stop loss. Okay, let's go step by step. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I guess. Minus 21%. Yeah, apparently having a smaller stop loss helps a lot. But so let's see what happens with 1-to-1, and we will reduce this also. This does not seem to be quite a good idea, but anyhow, let's do it. Let's test this. What about 55%? Maybe I want to keep to take profit. You mean the stop loss? Am I modifying to take profit? No, I'm not. About 50%. I think we can try 33 or something, because it's a half of it. Okay, 33. Let's see, 40. Why is this like this? Yeah, I mean, that was to be expected. So the most reasonable setting was something like 70, because yes, and maybe we can try to make this bigger, like saying that this is 70. Or maybe we can make this smaller, while at the same time we get the same stop loss percentage. But not sure if it's okay. Look at that, minus 8%. Yeah, when you make the take profit smaller, what happens is that you have less trades. That means 0.20 as a minimum. So that's why maybe we have less stuff. 35 as take profit. Yeah, we will have more and more percent profitable, but this is not the right thing to do, because otherwise or is it? Because this is 70 stop loss. Now we are doing this 1-to-7. This is going nuts, I guess. Maybe it's not going to plot any trades. Look at that, 42 trades. Yeah, doesn't make sense. This does not make sense. Okay. So we have originally 110, and then we have something like 70, 65. This was the original values. and we have filter here so that there are much less trades. But even then you manage to go down here. So I was thinking about not having such big gap percentage range. See what happens. Maybe that's what we need. No. 122. What about using here 1? Is this any better? Yeah, a bit more. I'm not sure I'm going to find anything useful this way, but we will try. Yeah, okay, look at that. We don't manage to do anything. So 1 to 1 5. This is a little better, but even then 125, 175. Wait a minute, what the hell is this? Do we need to make this percentage smaller so that it's something like 55 and it happens more often? -2, now it's minus, yeah. Maybe 60 here, and maybe we want here 150 and 2. This might be related with the 4 hours time frames where there were so big gaps. Oh my god, I thought we had it. Now we don't have it. Okay, let me see. This might be on a smaller stop loss. Let me see. I'm not sure if this is happening as expected. 80%. -4%. This was 65, isn't it? Maybe you want to keep 65. Look at that. There's not a good number in all of this. Otherwise... Okay, let's assume this is a good stuff and let's keep making this smaller. See if it helps anyhow. Making this smaller. $170. Okay. Can we have 125 here or something? So probably it's a small range of 0.4, 1.3 and 1.7. Then it works more or less well. But these are only 58 trades. And this is not nice. Let me write down this, but I mean, I am not sure this is what we want. So this is something like minimum gap percentage is 1.3, and gap percentage is between 1.3 and 1.70. Then you've got take profit is 62, and you've got that where is it? You've got that stop loss percentage is 80. So what happens here if we use something smaller or not, and so on? So we have better returns, this makes sense, till we don't have better returns. Yeah, we managed to make better returns till, I don't know, 1-1 or something. Okay. Not sure what to use here. Let's try 50. Look at that. You don't care too much about this, don't you? What about 40%? 11%. Did we have something more before? We have 12. What about here? Okay, so apparently 45 is quite good. So we can have these settings about the stop loss percentage being 45. But this is only 58 trades, and that bothers me because you could have more trades. Okay, let's see, does this 5% do anything here? Do we have more than 58 trades? I don't think so, but let's try it. Okay. What about this being 0.14? This is not going to change anything. Yeah. Okay, so I don't like this, but I mean, it's the best thing we have here. So I guess we should stick with this. But I do not like this at all. It's only 58 trades. It's just stupid. So what we have here is, let's see, For long staff we want the minimum. Where is the long staff here? For long staff we want the minimum to be 130, which is here, and the maximum should be 170. Also, take profit should be 62. What the hell is this? Take profit percentage with long should be 62. Okay, and a stop loss percentage, you can set this to 45. What the hell is stop loss for long? Here it is, 45%. So that means that when you go up with certain momentum, you want to do your stuff, but you want something, the ratio, you want this to be 45, 62. So this is something like 62, 45. This is 137. Okay, and do you know what is 137? Look at that. This is the stupid number. Let me see. This is don't find this bullshit. 138 Fibonacci. This is a Fibonacci. We have managed to win thanks to the Fibonacci levels that everyone is talking about, or maybe not. You know what I mean? And I think we are done. So let me check real quick here. So we have 45, 62, and then short. Wait, I have managed to do more stuff here. Damn it. Wait a moment, please. This is going to be confusing. Damn it. I didn't want this to be so confusing. Okay, let me copy here. This is unfair value gap, be a stop loss. Unfair value gap be a stop loss. Final version. This is going to be last commit. Let's say last commit, even it's not the last commit. So now I'm going to restore the current version, and I'm going to compare this last commits so that we use this one here. So now you should be able to see to do some stuff. So what you want to do here is to add new stuff, which damn it, yeah, but I don't want to change this. So here you want only this line, which is the 1.7. You don't want to change, you only want this 170 line here. So let me copy this manually, otherwise this is not going to work. Let me see. Let me see here the fair value gap. Okay, I have this here, and I want to copy this new line only. So now I should be able to copy this here, if I am not mistaken. Okay, now I can compare. And I should only have this new line, and we can manage to apply all of these differences, and that's it. Okay, now I can have this new settings. Okay, so I can say that these are new settings for maximum gap percentage. Setting up a maximum gap percentage. And now we can apply everything else, if I'm not mistaken. So if you compare right now, you've got these little tweaks here and there, which is related to long. That's what we want to apply. Okay, we can save this, and we can say that this is B3 settings for long only. Okay, right now we don't have any change, so now we should why does it says that? Did I copy this manually finally? Let me see 1 second. 45, 62, 130. There is no change. I'm not sure why this has been detected as a change here. So fair value gap. Let's see what we have with all of this. We should have around 300 or 270 trades, so if we keep both of them. Okay, let's take a look here. Okay, so now if we reset everything, we should have these settings here, 62, 13, 14, and so on. Okay, so this is what we get in reset: 290 trades, 40%. If we do short only, we have 25%, and if we do it long only, we have like 12 or 13%. Okay. Finally, if we use this two at the same time, we've got this 40%. Okay. But this is what we want to use, although I do not like this too much because this is too cherry picking, if you ask me. So let's release a new version of this. Oh, sorry. So this is B3. And this should be B3. Okay. So now we should be able to do this. We should be able to say that this is a bump to B3. We should be able to have a new tag, which is going to be B3, and we should be able to push this. So let's write that we want to test so this is unfair value gap B3 1 hour. We want to test this new strategy, even if I do not like it too much, because this is too much cherry picking. What does happen if we try to apply this strategy to Ethereum or other coins? Well, it's something we don't know too much, isn't it? Sometimes it's going to work, sometimes it's not going to work. Maybe XMR will work better. I'm not sure about that. Oh, look at that. XMR seems to be quite good till here, where something happens. Ape also seems something. Yeah, I mean, you need to turn this on each one of the coins, because this is very nifty picky strategy. So yeah, I mean, what does happen if we use spot instead of futures? Is there any difference? Because sometimes futures, okay, we don't have so much returns, but it works nice nevertheless. This is ping pong, same thing happens here, and this is BUSD in futures. Okay, I'm not sure what to test more. Maybe Cardano. We need to tailor this to each strategy, and it's not sure that it's going to work properly. Oh, look at that. This one, if you start from here, this one is quite good. Nevertheless, we have this strategy, and we're going to post this into the video description. So this should be B3. for 1 hour. So let's edit the video description and let's just add this, even if I do not like this too much. Okay, so I have more ideas with gaps, like having a RSI of unfilled gaps, and another one that's about mixing fair and unfair strategies, because they seem to work quite well, but I'm not sure about this. So here I have this other strategy, which is the fair one. So the fair one also has some strategy here, and this is long only, and if you play reverse, it doesn't work so well. So let me see. So I want to program fair C002 long only plus unfair B3 reverse. But this only makes sense. So if I use long only here, I have this setting about minimum take profit and maximum take profit is 0.38. Okay, these are small trades. However, if I use this other one here, which is the unfair one, minimum take profit is 0.2 and maximum take profit is 5. Yeah, so these are the same values, more or less. What about the gap percentage? Okay, so the gap percentage, the minimum one is 1.3 in long, and in short the same thing happens. And with this, the minimum gap is a lot smaller, so maybe these two strategies do not overlap. That's I think these two strategies do not overlap, so you can mix them. So this is something that we can try to do. So this would be the fair value gap strategy, unfair value gap strategy, and this is mix gap, fair gap value, mix gap value strategy. And you could have 10% on top of the current 40% that we had before, and have like 400 or 500 what's the name, 400 strategies, 400 close trades. It's a bit idea. Let me see if we can manage to do this maybe later. So I think I'm going to end here. Okay, let's remove this last commit. file which we don't need. Well, that I think about this. Last commit, let's remove it. So I think we are done, and I'm going to show you a video and we will end the stream. Thank you very much for watching this video.
Zignaly, all of the profit and none of the work, best alongside the top digital asset monitors and fans. If you use my link and that passes at least 100 USDT or more to any profit sharing services, you will be rewarded with $20 worth of a non-withdrawable coins that can be used for paying Zignaly SEC fees.